Here's a brutal truth. 90% of traders lose money. Not because they're stupid, not because the market is unbeatable, but because they walk onto the battlefield with the wrong mindset. They're gamblers, not professionals. Think of two people with a rifle. One is a gambler, reckless, impatient, spraying bullets everywhere, hoping something hits. The other is a sniper, calm, disciplined, waiting for hours, sometimes days, for one perfect shot. Guess who survives? Guess who wins consistently? The same is true in trading. Most traders act like gamblers, chasing every flicker on the chart. But the few who thrive, they think, wait, and execute like snipers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to transform your trading psychology into a weapon of precision. By the end, you'll know exactly how to think like a sniper, disciplined, patient, and deadly accurate in the market. No more chasing trades, no more gambling, just calm, calculated execution. The sniper's edge mindset over strategy. Most traders believe the secret to profitability lies in finding the perfect strategy or the magic indicator. They think, if I just buy this new system, I'll finally be consistent. But here's the truth. Strategies alone won't save you, because no strategy is stronger than a weak mindset. This is the dividing line between the 99% who fail and the 1% who succeed. The 99% keep hunting for shortcuts, piling indicator after indicator on their charts, hoping for certainty. They live in a cycle of overtrading, chasing setups, and blowing accounts. But the 1%, they play a different game. Their charts are often simple. Their rules are clear. Their edge isn't the tool they use. It's the discipline behind how they use it. While the crowd reacts emotionally to every candle, the sniper waits, watches, and only acts when the odds are stacked in their favor. Think about it this way. Give a reckless trader the best system in the world, and they'll still lose. Why? Because without patience, without discipline, they'll break the rules. They'll enter too early, exit too late, and second-guess themselves to death. On the other hand, give a disciplined trader even a basic system, and they'll make it work. Because the system is not the edge. The trader is the edge. The sniper's edge comes from restraint, clarity, and the ability to do nothing until the moment is right. This is why the market feels so difficult for most people. It's not testing your strategy, it's testing your self-control. And the question is, are you playing like a gambler or thinking like a sniper? In the next section, we'll dive into the sniper's most underrated weapon, patience, and why learning to wait is the ultimate trading edge. Patience as a weapon, the art of waiting. Patience is the sniper's deadliest weapon, and in trading, it's your ultimate superpower. But here's the problem. Most traders hate waiting. They think doing nothing means missing out. So they click, 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 jumping into every setup that looks halfway decent. And that impatience drains their account faster than any bad strategy ever could. The truth is, boredom kills more traders than losses do. You sit at your desk, charts open, waiting and waiting. Minutes feel like hours. Your brain starts whispering, just take this trade. It looks okay. Maybe it'll work. And right there, boredom has tricked you into becoming a gambler again. Professionals, though, embrace boredom. They understand that trading isn't about constant action. It's about selective action. They don't measure success by how many trades they take, but by the quality of the trades they wait for. Imagine two traders. The first takes 10 trades in a day, random entries, chasing every little movement. He feels busy, maybe even smart, but by the end of the week, his account is bleeding. The second trader waits all week for one perfect setup. He doesn't care about missing small moves. He cares about stacking the odds in his favor. When the market finally gives him that one high probability shot, he takes it. Calm, focused, precise. His account grows slowly, steadily, while the gambler keeps digging his own grave. That's the sniper's difference. Patience. The ability to sit on your hands, to let 9 out of 10 opportunities pass so you can strike on the one that truly matters. In the next section, we'll talk about how to recognize that one perfect shot, how to lock onto high-quality targets and avoid the trap of almost trades. Target lock. Only take a plus setups. Here's where most traders get stuck. The market offers endless opportunities, candles moving, patterns forming, indicators flashing. It feels like every few minutes there's a chance to jump in, but not every opportunity is equal. Some are obvious traps designed to lure you in. Others are those rare, high-probability A-plus setups. The difference between gamblers and snipers is knowing which is which. Traps usually look exciting. Fast candles, sudden spikes, breakouts that look unstoppable. Your emotions scream, "Don't miss it, get in now." But 9 times out of 10, those setups collapse just as quickly as they appeared. They're bait, not opportunity. If it feels rushed, forced, or fueled by fear of missing out, it's almost always a trap. An A-plus setup, on the other hand, feels different. It's clean, obvious. You don't have to squint to see it. It aligns with your trading plan, your rules, and the bigger picture. When you see an A-plus setup, there's no hesitation. You know this is worth risking your money on. That's the kind of shot a sniper waits for. To make this simple, create a sniper's checklist. Before every trade, ask yourself, does this setup align with my trading plan? Is the risk-to-reward ratio clear and favorable? Am I acting out of discipline or out of fear, greed, or boredom? If I pass on this trade, will I regret it tomorrow or feel relieved? If you can't check all those boxes, don't pull the trigger. Let the target walk. Here's the biggest enemy of consistency: the almost trade. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Maybe it fits half of your rules, but not all of them. And so you justify it, thinking it's close enough. But those almost trades, they bleed your account slowly. They don't destroy you in one hit. They drain you trade by trade until you've given back all your hard-earned profits. That's why snipers don't settle for almost. They wait for undeniable. Because one A-plus setup a week will beat 10 C-grade setups every single time. See, in the next section, we'll deal with the real enemy inside you, the emotions of fear and greed, and how to build emotional armor so they never hijack your trades again. Emotional armor. Mastering fear, greed. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if fear and greed control you, that strategy becomes useless. Fear makes you exit too early, missing the real move. Greed makes you hold too long, turning a winner into a loser. These emotions don't just hurt bad strategies, they sabotage even the good ones. The reason emotions win is simple. Money is emotional. Every candle feels like it's tied to your survival. A small loss feels like failure. A small win makes you feel invincible. And without armor, you'll react to those feelings instead of following your plan. That's how traders self-destruct. This is where emotional armor comes in. Rules. Non-negotiable rules. The kind you don't debate in the heat of the moment. Think of them like a sniper's safety protocols. He doesn't wonder if his weapon is loaded. He follows procedure every time. For a trader, it might sound like, I never risk more than 1% of my account on a single trade. I only trade during my defined trading hours. I stop trading for the day after 2 losses. These rules aren't restrictions, they're protection. One of the most powerful ways to fight emotions is to build if-then rules. If X happens, then I do Y. No negotiation, no hesitation. For example, if the setup doesn't meet all criteria, then I don't trade. If price hits my stop loss, then I close the trade immediately. No moving stops. If I feel the urge to chase, then I step away from the screen for 5 minutes. When you pre-decide your actions, you take emotions out of the driver's seat. This is how you build emotional armor, not by eliminating fear and greed, but by protecting yourself from their influence. Next, we'll talk about a concept most traders ignore: mental capital, and why protecting your mind is even more important than protecting your money. We go mental capital. Protect the trader, not just the account. When most traders think about capital, they only think about money. Account size, profit, and loss, how much they can risk. But there's another kind of capital that's even more valuable: mental capital. And the truth is, once you burn through it, your account doesn't stand a chance. Mental capital is your focus, your patience, your ability to think clearly. Every bad trade, every moment of overtrading, every time you sit glued to the screen out of boredom, You're not just losing money, you're draining your mind. And when your mental capital is gone, that's when you start breaking rules, chasing losses, and blowing accounts. A tired trader is a reckless trader. A distracted trader is a dangerous trader. Protecting your focus and energy is more important than protecting your dollars. Because without it, you won't keep the dollars anyway. This is why professional traders know when to walk away. If they're frustrated, unfocused, or emotionally charged, they stop. They protect their mental capital the way a sniper protects his position. Recharging doesn't mean you're lazy. It means you're smart. Step away from the screen. Take a break. Go for a walk. Read your journal instead of forcing a trade. Sometimes the most profitable decision you'll make all day is to do nothing. Remember, trading is not just about capital in your account. It's about the capital in your mind. Protect your energy, protect your focus, and your money will follow. In the next section, we'll expose one of the biggest psychological traps: confidence. Why the very thing you need to win can also trick you into overtrading, and how to avoid the confidence trap. The confidence trap: avoiding overtrading. Confidence is essential in trading. Without it, you'll freeze, hesitate, and miss every opportunity. But here's the trap. Too much confidence quickly turns into recklessness. And recklessness is how even great traders destroy themselves. It usually starts with a win. You take a good trade, it plays out beautifully, and you feel unstoppable. Your brain whispers, "See? You figured it out. You can do this all day." And that's when you start lowering your standards, forcing trades and thinking you can't lose. Confidence slowly shifts from discipline to ego, and ego doesn't care about rules. Ego wants action. Ego wants more. And ego is what empties accounts. This is why snipers have a golden rule. One clean shot is worth more than 1,000 random ones. Trading is no different. One high-quality setup, executed with discipline, will make you more money and cost you far less stress than spraying bullets at the market all day long. When confidence tells you to take more shots, the sniper's mindset reminds you, fewer shots, better shots. Picture this. A trader doubles their account in 1 week. They're on top of the world. Suddenly, every chart looks like an opportunity. They break their rules, trade too big, and ignore their stops. By the end of the next week, not only is the profit gone, the account is smaller than when they started. It wasn't the market that killed them. It was overconfidence. Confidence turned into arrogance, and arrogance turned into disaster. This is why your job isn't just building confidence. It's controlling it. Keep it grounded in discipline, not ego. In the next section, we'll talk about one of the sniper's most powerful tools, the journal. Because data is ammunition, and if you track your trades like a scientist, you'll uncover patterns that emotion could never show you. The confidence trap: avoiding overtrading. Confidence is vital in trading. Without it, you'll second-guess yourself into paralysis, missing every opportunity. But here's the hidden danger. Confidence can quickly flip into recklessness. And that shift is so subtle, most traders don't even notice it until it's too late. It usually starts with a string of wins. You follow your plan, the setups work beautifully, and your account grows. You feel in control, but then a dangerous thought creeps in. I can do this whenever I want. I've cracked the code. Suddenly, you're taking setups you would have ignored last week. You're trading bigger, chasing harder, cutting corners. You're no longer trading your plan. You're trading your ego. That's when confidence mutates into recklessness. This is why snipers live by a simple rule. One clean shot is worth more than 100 random ones. Every bullet wasted gives away your position. Every trade you force exposes your account. In trading, it's not about how many times you pull the trigger. It's about waiting for the one perfect alignment, the A+ setup, and striking with precision. Consistency doesn't come from trading more. It comes from trading better. Picture this. A trader doubles their account in 2 weeks. They feel unstoppable, so they double their risk. The next trade goes against them, but instead of stopping, they chase. They revenge trade, stacking positions, trying to prove they're right. Within days, not only are the profits gone, the account is smaller than before the winning streak. That trader didn't lose because of the market. They lost because confidence became arrogance, and arrogance led to overtrading. Confidence without discipline is poison. The market doesn't reward ego, it punishes it. Your edge isn't in trading more, it's in trading less, but with deadly precision. And the best way to keep your confidence in check is through data. In the next section, we'll talk about the sniper's most underrated weapon, the trading journal. Because when you track your trades like a scientist, the numbers will tell you the truth your emotions never will. The sniper's journal data is ammunition. Here's the truth. Most traders don't fail because they lack setups. They fail because they never study their own behavior. Without a journal, you're trading blind. But with a journal, every trade becomes ammunition, data you can use to sharpen your aim. A journal exposes the things you can't see in real time. Maybe you overtrade after your first win. Maybe you cut winners short when price hesitates. Maybe you risk more on setups taken at night. These blind spots cost you thousands, but you'll never notice them until you track them. Your journal is the mirror that shows you the trader you really are, not the one you think you are. Think of a sniper after a mission. He doesn't just walk away. He studies every shot, angle, distance, wind, timing. That ballistics report tells him how to adjust for next time. Your trades deserve the same level of analysis. Every entry, every exit, every emotion should be logged like a ballistics report. Not just the numbers, but the why behind them. Because the real weapon isn't the trade, it's the lesson you extract from it. And here's where the journal becomes priceless. It reveals emotional sabotage. When you review your notes, you'll see patterns that scream at you. Phrases like, I felt FOMO, or I chased because I didn't want to miss it, or I doubled size to make back my loss. These aren't strategy problems. They're psychology problems. And once you see them on paper, you can't ignore them anymore. Your trading journal is not homework. It's your ammunition. It turns every mistake into data, and every piece of data into an edge. In the next section, we'll go even deeper, because no matter how much data you track, none of it matters unless you transform your identity. The trader you believe you are will always control the results you get. Identity shift, becoming the trader you're destined to be. Every trader wants better results. But here's the truth most never realize. Your results will never rise above your identity. You don't trade what's on the chart. You trade what you believe about yourself. If your self-image is a gambler, you'll gamble. If your self-image is a disciplined sniper, you'll wait for the right shot. Your identity always decides your outcome. Identity isn't about what you say you are. It's about the rules you follow, the habits you repeat, and the standards you refuse to break. A sniper doesn't call himself disciplined. He proves it by training, by waiting, by refusing to take sloppy shots. For a trader, it's the same. Do you journal every trade? Do you respect your stop loss? Do you follow your plan even when it hurts? Those aren't just actions, they're the reflection of who you are. And if your standards rise, your results will follow. Most traders live as strategy chasers. They jump from one indicator to the next, one guru to the next, always searching for the magic bullet. But the transformation begins when you stop asking, what's the best strategy? And start asking, what kind of trader do I need to become? The sniper mindset says, I don't need 10 strategies. I need one approach, executed with discipline, patience, and precision. I need rules that protect me, habits that build me, and standards that I never compromise. That's the identity shift, from gambler to sniper, from chasing to mastering. Once you make that shift, trading stops being random. It becomes controlled, structured, and predictable, not because the market changes, but because you do. And in the next section, we'll reveal the final truth, why you don't actually need more strategies, and how fewer, simpler moves, executed with discipline, can create lasting success. The final truth, you don't need more strategies. Most traders fail because they're addicted to noise. New indicators, new YouTube strategies, new so-called secrets. They believe the next shiny tool will finally make them consistent. But here's the final truth. You don't need more strategies. You need more discipline. Fewer trades executed with focus will always outperform 100 random shots. Consistency isn't about doing more, it's about doing less, better. Amateurs think in days. One green day feels like success. One red day feels like failure. They live and die with every candle. Professionals? They think in years. They don't measure themselves by one trade or even 1 month. They measure themselves by the trajectory of their career. Nin. This shift in perspective changes everything. A losing day doesn't break them. A losing month doesn't define them, because they know the only thing that matters is staying in the game long enough for their edge to play out. Your real edge is not your entry technique. It's not your moving average. It's not even your risk-reward ratio. Your true edge is patience and psychology. Patience to wait for the high-probability setup. Psychology to stick to your plan when your emotions scream at you to break it. That's the edge amateurs ignore, and that's why they lose to traders who master it. So stop chasing more strategies. Stop trying to outsmart the market with complexity. The pros win because they simplify. They cut the noise. They play the long game. And when you do the same, you'll realize this. Success in trading isn't about knowing more. It's about needing less. And that brings us to your mission. Because knowing all of this is one thing. Living it, that's what transforms you. In the final section, I'll give you a call to action that can start your transformation today. Conclusion. You've just learned what separates gamblers from snipers. You've seen how patience, psychology, and identity shape your results far more than any indicator ever will. But knowing isn't enough. Action is what creates transformation. So here's your mission. If this message resonated with you, lock it in. Go to the comments right now and type, "I am building my edge." That's not just a comment, it's a declaration. A promise to yourself that from this moment forward, you're done trading like a gambler. You're stepping into the mindset of a sniper. Remember, this is not the end. This is the beginning. Every sniper started as a rookie. Every pro trader started as a beginner. What made them different wasn't talent, it was transformation. Step by step, rule by rule, habit by habit. And today you've taken the first step. If you're serious about building that edge, hit subscribe and join me here. Because this channel is where we sharpen the mind, discipline the emotions, and forge the identity of a true sniper trader. No fluff, no hype. Just the real lessons that actually build consistency. The market is waiting, but this time you'll face it differently. Calm, patient, deadly precise. Your journey to mastery starts now. I'll see you in the next lesson.